Let's move next to the platform dynamics. Why does content that works on LinkedIn fail on Instagram? Platform dynamics is understanding where people's heads are, not just where to post. The psychology stays the same across platform, but the expression changes. Instead of working out which channel is the best, think about alignment. On LinkedIn, people are in a more professional, status-driven context. They act, at least, that they're serious about something meaningful. On Instagram, TikTok, you learn more into emotion and lifestyle, more visual, responding to what it feels like to live the identity they want. And on YouTube, people are willing to sit with a full narrative where you take them from old gold to new. So regarding content, you make it your mission to build topical authority with a library of content that serves at each stage of the buyer journey. Think about like a narrative. You want to design a whole coherent narrative. There's content designed to create awareness of the problem. Then there's content designed to educate on the solution. Then there's content designed to show proof of the transformation via case studies, for example. Then we move on to paid. Paid ads are a powerful strategy to amplify and complement organic. You take the pieces that already resonate and you place them in front of more of the right people in a structured way with clear pathways to the endpoint. If message shifts already believes in organic, then amplify it with paid. This last part is where all of that turns into systems. So you're not rebuilding your marketing from scratch each time. We need to shift our perspective from a one-time effort to producing a set of workflows that keep producing opportunities, learning, and cash without needing our full creative energy every single day. This is where good marketers turn into marketing architects. First, they think in systems and workflows, building repeatable systems that work out without huge amounts of effort from you each time. So how we typically do things at Marketing MBA. First, we audit the brand, we spot the bottlenecks, we map the real customer journey, we do more of what works, we're doubling down on channels, and then we connect it strategically with content, offers, in a clear pipeline. Only then comes experimenting, because the purpose of a test is to learn why something works or fails, so you can hard code the learning into the system. Let me give you an example. Like the question, will this headline work, is not a useful question. Think more of, does my audience respond more to financial outcomes or identity outcomes? When it comes to test, it's always important to test big, not small, not a color, but like a big section. Like the most important thing to test always is the head section, everything above the scroll. If version A wins, which belief did it reinforce or challenge? If it underperforms, which assumption about the audience was likely wrong? You extract that principle and turn the learning into a rule for future assets. Then you feed the learning back into the system. You update templates, briefing docs, and SOPs. Technology and AI are leverage. The biggest opportunities for 2026 and beyond will enable a small team to operate like a mid-market company with 50 plus headcount. The goal for me is to systemize up to 80% of the process. So let me give you an example how we do it internally. For the last 12 months, I developed my own AI, which does now in 40 minutes what took me with a team of 7 people in 2022, 8 to 10 full weeks. It does the research, the strategy, and creates every single assets along the customer journey in one flow within 40 minutes while staying completely coherent, without hallucination, and doing it on brand. And by the way, it does it even better than any human could do, because there are more than 50 frameworks that are interconnected, dependent of each other, and AI does simply a better job of connecting and respecting these things because of the cognitive load than a human ever could do. So the results of that are also pretty crazy. And this is one whole workflow consisting of more than 50 frameworks. Every framework is an SOP with multiple action steps to do. Now this AI has MCP connectors, so it automatically can be connected into Figma and work with our design system. Now when we throw this AI on, it already builds the landing page, it already builds the email series, the nurturing series, the ads, the VSL, the lead magnet copy, the ad copy, webinars, and everything in 40 minutes. So that's an example how AI can amplify the whole process, but you still need to understand the why behind how each framework works in order to spot either gaps, because not always everything is perfect, and also to learn and adapt on what was just created, so you can understand where performance might be coming from in the future, or where performance is missing and why it's missing. Otherwise, you're like a junior coder in AI right now, where we see they use AI to create a lot of code, but still has a lot of mistakes, or sometimes it has mistakes, and when these mistakes happen, nobody knows where these are coming from. So there's no shortcut. You have to learn and understand how this works. Only then you can amplify it with AI.